Hello gamers, and welcome back to another episode of Solo Spelunking. It is Sunday evening, and what better way to end the weekend than with a little solo gaming. And tonight I will be continuing my playthrough of the first published adventure for 4th edition Dungeons & Dragons, and that is Keep on the Shadowfell. However, I will be using the tiny D6 system to play it. And we rejoin our hero Nathan Wayne, Harper Agent, operating in the Nentir Vale in the Points of Light setting of 4th edition. So last episode, Nathan, we accepted a commission from the town leader of Winterhaven, Lord Pedrake, and he asked us to rid a lair of kobolds, or to get rid of some kobolds that are lairing to the southeast of the village, because these kobolds, they have been attacking travelers on the road to Winterhaven, and they even also attacked me when I was traveling to Winterhaven. So this is where we left off. I wanted to have another day of rest, and I have an appointment with Lord Pedrake in the morning in his mansion, and he while I'm resting, or while I'm spending the day, he tries to raise some assistance from the militia of Winterhaven that can or might accompany me on my quest to clear out this kobold lair. So, it was an uneventful night because it is safe, because I got a room at Rafton's Inn, which is the inn, and I rented a room for 6 nights, and I made little circles here, and whenever I rested for a night, I cross off one of these circles to keep track. So this was my 2nd night in the inn, and I got 4 nights left. Paid for so far, but I can always extend my stay, of course, because I got enough gold. So, and it is the morning, and I have an appointment with Lord Pedrake. So I have a nice little breakfast, and after that I head over to the mansion, building 14. The guards that guard this inner gate here, they already know that I'm coming and that I got an appointment. So they let me through into the manor house, where I am received by Lord Pedrake. And he goes, "Oh, it is you, Nathan. Thank you for coming so early. And once again, thank you for your willingness to accept this dangerous commission. Yeah, well, I'm also interested in keeping these lands safe, or making them safe. But I can't do it alone. I'm afraid not. So, were you successful in acquiring some assistance for me?" And he goes, "Well, as a matter of fact, I was. They should be here shortly. I was able to convince 2 of my most experienced militia people to accompany you on this quest." And I go like, "Only 2? Yeah, I'm sorry, only 2, but they're very capable. One of them is Yanil, the militia captain himself. He's a well-trained and experienced warrior. And the other one is Marissa, a skilled outdoors woman and the militia's scout. Oh, here they come." And then the doors open to the reception hall, and to characters walk in. So this is Yanil, the militia captain. He's wearing basically half plate, so his upper body and his arms are covered in plate armor, but he's wearing leather pants, and he carries a greatsword, a two-handed sword on his back that he's using as a weapon. And Marissa, she is a beautiful, exotic-looking woman. She's got a short sword, leather armor, and a short bow. And she does not have this eagle, obviously, on her forearm. So they enter, and they introduce themselves to me. So Yanil is talking, the captain of the militia. He goes, "So you're Nathan Wayne, huh? I've heard a lot about you. That was quite a stunt you pulled, actually, getting rid of these Iron Circle mercenaries down in the barony of Harkenwold. That was quite an accomplishment. I think the Nentir Vale is in your debt. If you wouldn't have stopped these invaders, they would have probably expanded into other regions too. So it is an honor to aid you in your quest." Well, thank you for your kind words. That is nice to hear. And then Marissa speaks. "Yes, I'm glad to be here as well. It is time someone taught these scaly little buggers a lesson. And it is time to make the roads leading to our beautiful village safe again. Then let's not waste any more time. You got all your gear ready?" "Yes, we do." And I'm taking a look at both of them, and it seems they both have an adventurer's belt around their hips, and I go, adventurer's belt, huh? Good choice. Never leave home without it. Exactly. And then we head out to the southeast where the lair is located. All right, now the adventure actually says that there's a kobold ambush, but yeah, one of the methods you could use is, if you play a published adventure, is like to rearrange, to expand, and to alter encounters to keep some form of surprise or tension. So I will roll percentile dice or ask the oracle to see if this encounter happens as it is described, or maybe if something completely different happens on the way to the kobold lair. So I'll give it a 50-50 chance. I'm using percentile dice. And so it is a 50% chance that this encounter will take place sort of as intended. And if not, I will generate another encounter that'll take place. 74, no. So there won't be a kobold ambush on the way to the kobold lair, but there will be one encounter. So now I'm using standard solo RPG tools like a random idea generator to generate some prompts, and I'm using again the Scene Unfolding Machine by Jeansen Vaars. Maybe I should link this in the video description. So I'm not using the entire thing. I'm just using the subject, adjective, and action tables because I find them pretty evocative. They have served me well in the past. So yeah, I will do that. So let's roll on the action table, because the action table includes events. 84, let's see, what is 84? Focus, concentrate, direct, centralized, channel. Okay, so I'll keep that in mind for now. And I will roll another action to combine it with, because so far concentrate, direct, centralized channel. So this to me already looks like something arcane because of channel and focus. So this is, maybe this has something to do with channeling arcane power, but I'm not sure yet, so I gotta roll again. Something, what is it? 99. Oh, this is great. Retrieve, bring back, recover, reclaim, re-establish. All right, now I got something. So combining these two, focus, concentrate, direct, channel, so they will be a group of indeed cultists from the death cult. So we encounter them early. So on our way to the forest lair, we come across an old ritual site. And on this old ritual site, or within this old ritual site that consists of a stone altar in the middle and standing stones around it, a small group of cultists is trying to perform an ancient ritual to bring back a fallen warrior, a fallen cultist. So on this altar in the middle, there's a dead body, a fallen, a slain, or I don't know, injured cultist, not injured but killed, maybe by a creature, whatever, and a group of 4 cultists are performing a ritual to try to get him back. And we come across this scene. All right, so this is the encounter that will replace the kobold ambush encounter. So I like quick setup times, so I'm just using my trusty acrylic sheet, and I will draw this encounter site here. So there's the stone altar in the middle. And on top, I'm just making a little stick figure here, there's a dead cultist. Around this altar we have standing stones. So they're like these stone gate stones where you can actually walk through. So from if you look at them, they look like this, like a stone gate. If you look at them from, not from top down view, but the normal view. And then we have, of course, bushes, because we are in the wilderness. So this is like a clearing in the forest, and we have a little bit of difficult terrain, which I'm just going to mark with X's here. So this is just difficult terrain, hard to traverse, counts double for movement, and in Tiny D6 you can only, with one action, move 25 feet, I think it was. Let me check the camera real quick if you can see this side. Yeah, actually it looks good. All right, now let's get some cultists out here ready. Actually, I had a bunch of them. Don't want to waste too much time now setting up, but maybe if I can grab them real quick. Just give me 1 second here. I had them. What is this? Just one second. Excuse me here. This is if you got too much stuff. Let's just get these casters out here. And what are these guys? Anti-paladin. Casters, okay. So we approach from here. I'm gonna get my acted marker ready. So if we are turning the other direction, we have acted. So let me get 4 cultists out here for casters. They look great. This guy looks great. So these 2 and this one and oh, this one, a Grand Necromancer. This is great. So we encounter this Grand Necromancer. So he's not really a Grand Necromancer. That would be a little overkill. But he leads the ritual. He's got indeed this bone armor and bone staff. And he's got 2 hooded cultists that carry staffs with them. And another priest, female priest, that assists the Grand Necromancer in the ritual. And I will get stands for them in a minute. Let me just put these back. So this is always a little annoying if you don't know. I mean, if you play a published adventure as it is written, you can of course easily prepare everything because you know what's coming and you know what you need. But this of course defeats the purpose of solo gaming. So let me get some stands here. All right, so the Grand Necromancer, he is standing like this. I gotta stand him like this because he hasn't acted yet, as well as the other ones. 2 of them are standing here, and the female assistant priestess or priestess, she is standing here. So we are drawn to this scene by this chanting. So we're moving towards the lair as suddenly we hear this chanting, and Marissa, the militia scout, she goes, "Quiet. There's something going on. I can see movement through the underbrush up ahead." Indeed. Let's take a look. And we sneak up to the ritual site. And I do not roll for stealth because they are focused and concentrated on their ritual. So they're not really paying attention to their surroundings, and because of the chanting, they don't hear any noise, and she is pretty adept at moving quietly. As a matter of fact, I'll rule that she also's got the sneaky trait, and she's mastered her short bow, and she is not really proficient with her short sword. It's like a backup. So she moves up and observes the scene and reports back. There seem to be some kind of cultists. If you ask me, It doesn't look good. One of them, he's clad in bone armor, and it appears to be that there's a corpse on a stone altar in the middle of the site. If you ask me, there's some sinister ritual in progress here. We should interrupt it. We should confront them and ask them what they're doing here. And of course, I know what the others don't yet, that I'm here to, of course, investigate rumors of a death cult. So this, of course, piques my interest, and I'm also inclined to stop this. Yeah, you're right. So we should, we shouldn't just attack, but we should get ready and confront them and see what they're doing and what it is they're up to. All right, so get your weapons ready. All right, so Yanil, he draws his greatsword, which is a heavy melee weapon, meaning he can attack only once but deals 2 damage on a hit. And I get out my shield and my longsword, and she gets out her short bow, puts an arrow on the bow, and we are like forming up in this kind of protective formation so that she can shoot. And then we make our way through, let's make it through here, through this, through these standing stones, because as I said, you can walk through there. And we go, halt, stop, in the name of the gods, what is it you're doing here? What kind of ungodly practice? And the chanting stops, and the priest and the assistant priestess, they turn towards us. Infidels, how dare you disturb our sacred and holy duty? Well, if it is sacred and holy duty, and the one talking now is Yamil as captain of the militia, you wouldn't mind telling us what this corpse is doing on this altar and what it is you are exactly trying to do, because it doesn't look that holy to me. Speak! Or meet my blade. All right, let's see if this intimidates these guys, but I'll give Yamil disadvantage because those guys are fanatics, and but maybe they don't want to. I mean, if they fight and if they lose, maybe we uncover some things that they maybe might not want us to uncover just yet. Maybe they want to stay in secrecy. So I'm giving him disadvantage, though he can roll 1d6, but if he is successful, we might scare them off. Oh, it's a 6. Interesting. All right, so he said what he said, and I'm also tightening the grip around my blade, and to emphasize our threat, Marissa, she pulls the string back and gets ready and points the arrow straight at the assistant priestess because she's closer. Last chance. Well, this is not the time or the place. We may meet some other time. Let's go. And they want to leave. However, now they want to leave and they leave their comrade behind. But the question now is, do I actually want them to leave? Because, yeah, but I also, actually what I want to do is try to track them to their lair. So we let them leave, but as they're leaving, I go like, well, that was good. Good work, both of you. However, I'm not sure if we should leave it like this or leave it at that. This is clearly some form of unholy practice. It looks to me as if they were performing or trying to perform a ritual, maybe to bring back the dead, their dead comrade that they left here. So while I think the kobolds are a threat, some sort of necromantic cult operating in these parts might be an even bigger threat. So what is your opinion on this? I think we should track them and try to find out where they're headed. Interesting. So Yanil and Marissa, they're part of the militia of Winterhaven, so they're probably more loyal to Lord Pedrake than I am. However, they also probably see the logic in what I just told them. So the question now is, can I persuade them to put aside our commission for a while and instead follow this group of cultists, or try to follow them? And I'll give it a 70% chance that they go along with me. So it is a 70% chance. So 70% they go along with me. 24, yes. All right, they go, yeah, you're right. So Marissa talks now. The kobolds, they've been here for a while and they will stay for a while. And we know where their lair is. So we can come back for them. If you're ready to go with us later, we are ready to go with you. I think you're right. We should try to establish where these cultists are headed to, what kind of cult it is exactly, and maybe there's a more sinister threat working here. All right, then, it's settled. I'm confident we can track them with you, Marissa, Yamil says. So we should take a minute to investigate the corpse, and then we'll stealthily and silently head after them. Yeah, that actually sounds like a good idea. So they move off into the wilderness as we investigate this corpse. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to look now at the kobold ambush encounter to see if we could have learned something from that encounter that we then instead learned from this encounter, and if not, I will still make an oracle roll to see if we learn something. All right then, so let's see. Kobold ambush. So if the kobold surprise, blah. The skirmisher tactics. Wears a bone mask, dragon's head, spear, crimson colored hide armor, treasure here. Alright, if the PCs defeat the kobold ambushers, total of 5 gold pieces, 23 silver pieces. In addition, a necklace on the worm priest on which dangles a dragon figurine carved of obsidian. On the bottom of the figure is etched the outline of a skull with ram's horns. Anyone who succeeds recognized as a demon lord undead Orcus. Great. Yeah, alright. So this corpse, he's got a pouch with some money that we take. 5 gold, 23 silver. I'm not taking it. I'm giving it to you, Neil, for the militia. But then we find this necklace, dragon figurine, and on the bottom of the figure, the outline of a skull with ram's horns. Anyone who succeeds on a DC 15 religion check. So let's make a check. I mean, I'm a harper. So I actually know about, because we are a semi-secret organization for good, I'm insightful. So I will say that I have advantage on this check, meaning I roll 3d6. And let's see if I recognize with my insightful trait this carving. And I do. I roll a 5. 5 or 6 is a success. Let's see if the others do too. They only get... they get 2d6. Yanil also recognizes it, and Marissa... oh, she too. So we all know about Orcus, maybe because of the history of this. But no, this history with the rift to the Shadowfell is not known to many. All right, so we examined this necklace and this figurine. Damn. Do you guys recognize this carving? And they both nod. Yes. It is the symbol of Orcus, the Prince of Undeath. Let me check this again here. Yeah, it's the demon lord of the undead, the Prince of Death, Orcus himself. This is not a good sign. A necromancer, people that look like cultists, and this necklace with the representation of Orcus. And I'm thinking, to me, this is my confirmation that there's indeed a death cult operating here. But I think it is probably no longer secret anymore, because they have witnesses as well. Yeah, we should definitely track those cultists and then report back to Lord Pedrake. I think the kobolds can wait. If a cult of Orcus is operating here, this is far more important. All right, and then we will track them. And it is skill challenge time. Skill challenge is great. You can use it in any system. And survivalist. And let's see. I'm not sure. Survivalist is, I think, also tracking and stuff. Sadly, I don't have any tiny D6 version printed. It's all digital on PDF that I got, and I don't want to get PDFs out now because I don't have my tablet with me. I think, though, but Survivalist also covers tracking. Wouldn't make sense otherwise. So, and if not, at least also Marissa, she's a scout. She knows the area. She also gets advantage. So, it's a skill challenge. We need 5 successes before 3 failures. This is like always my universal skill challenge mechanic. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I usually mark this like this. So these are the successes, these are the failures, and then I just cross them out. And this is great because here there are no really skills. It's only advantage. So I take the lead because I'm the PC, and I'm making the first check, which is a success. The first success is down, so we can follow their tracks. They're fresh. another success. 4, 5, 6. Oh, damn it. And again, third roll. 2 6s. Yes, 3 successes. So we make our way through the foliage. And another success. And another success. So we succeed. So we manage to track them without them noticing us or without us losing their trail. So the question is now, where do they lead us? And let me check the book real quick. I think the keep is also not that far, but now the question is, do they actually lead us to the keep, or once again to some place else? Keep on the Shadowfell, it's 2 miles, so it's very close to Winterhaven, and so it's no problem. So this is the map here. Let me show it to you. So we set out through the woods, or first through on the road, and then we head into the woods kobold lair. Then someplace within these woods we encountered the ritual site, and now we were tracking them. And oh, there's the burial site here. This is for a different encounter. So the question is, are they headed to the keep or someplace else? And I will ask again the oracle, and I'll give it a 50-50 chance. So 50% they're indeed headed towards the keep. Yes, they are headed towards the keep. So they lead us, or we follow them north. We cross the road, and then strangely they don't use the roads. They stick into the forest, to the forest. This is what the trail suggests, and they lead us to the keep on the Shadowfell, where we arrive at around noon, or it comes into view at around noon, because we left early. This is not too far, but we didn't leave that early. So at around noon, the keep on the Shadowfell comes into view. Let me get a picture here ready. All right, so these are the ruins of the keep of the Shadowfell. So as we follow them, the path becomes, or the forest becomes somewhat lighter, and then we can see through the lighter underbrush this outline of this ruined keep in a clearing. I gotta see if it's somewhat raised. No. Okay. So let's just read. Approaching the keep. Ahead, the narrow track widens into a clearing. Great piles of shattered stone blocks and scorched timbers dominate the clearing, sprawling out from its center to the edge of the woods. No plants grow among the ruins or within the clearing. The ground is bare dirt, and although the forest has begun to reclaim the path leading here, it has not intruded into the ruins of Shadowfell Keep. Yet clearly someone has tampered with the ruins. In the center of the debris, stone blocks and timbers have been gathered into a pile. So someone has cleared a path through the rubble and pulled aside the wreckage to reveal a stone staircase. The staircase descends into darkness. Well, we don't see this yet. I just wanted to read this to see what is going on. All right, so even though it is actually shorter than my other sessions, I will end the session here because I think this is a great pickup point for the next session, the arrival and the then exploration of Shadowfell Keep. All right, so I want to tie this video a little to my video where I talked about how to play a published adventure solo, just in case you haven't seen this yet. And there basically I talk about a few methods which are like alter, expand, and rearrange and add. And so what I did, this method of altering an encounter but still sticking within the story of the adventure. And when I am going to explore the dungeon, I'm going to use a method not of rearranging the dungeon, but to randomly determine the direction where I will explore if I have several choices, if there's nothing that gives me a clear indication of where I should go. So yeah, while I hope this is a fun adventure for you to watch, I also hope you might get some tips on how to play a published adventure solo. And this is just one way you can do it. I mean, there have been also other things out there on how to play a published adventure solo. And of course, I got these method and tips also from reading different blog articles and stuff. So I basically want to show you my approach, how I do this. Yeah, so and once again, I forgot to ask you to subscribe at the beginning of the video. I don't know why I keep doing this. So if you liked what you saw and you want to see more of it and you want to support the channel, please consider subscribing, liking, and sharing the video. And I will be back soon with another video. So until then, as always, stay safe and stay healthy. Bye-bye.